What's up, guys? Olive says hi. I don't know when he said hi, but it's obviously Jax, not Olive. Exposed. What's up, Peck? Say hi. Bye. Hi, Meest. What's up? How are you guys doing on this Friday night? Wait for more people to join. It's usually how these things are. Very, very slow at first, but then it picks back up. Not much. I'm actually pretty tired right now. My nap didn't really go longer than I was expecting. That happens. But I'm ready. Yo, what's up? What's up, Jay? Exposing. And they got the wrong Blu-rays. Yes, I did. But I actually did hear back from them. I'm not getting House on the Edge of the Park. That is sold out. But they are refunding my money for that. They're refunding my money for that, but I'm getting the other movie, another shipment or another order. So I guess it's better than nothing. At least I'm getting my money back for the one Blu-ray. Still kind of pissed off about that because that's the main reason why I bought the one in the first place. And the other one was like cheap too. No trolls tonight. Nice. Hey, it's the horror kid and the turtle. I'll show you the fan film tomorrow. Okay. I mean, he did tell me that yesterday that you're going to show me it. But, yes. But, how are you guys on this lovely Friday? Ugh. I'm here. Of course you're here. Of course you're here. Hello, enjoying some warm weather. Yes. Earlier this morning it was very, very, very foggy where we're at. But the weather did get really nice. Sweetie is so cute. Yes, that's our lovely cat. The horror kid is a king of spirit Halloween decorations. I mean, he gets it from his brother, just saying. His older brother. What? What's so funny? I hear him out in the living room. If you guys are guys know by now, I have to keep the door open a crack because the one cat likes to meow the whole time. And here's the one. Hey, Meese. No tea tonight? No. I didn't really like it, honestly. It wasn't really something that I enjoy. I kind of like ale, like apple ale type stuff, like Reds, Angry Orchard, stuff like that. It just didn't really like it. I only had the one. That was pretty much it. But also, guys, I will be saying this. I do this every live stream, but I'll be saying this a lot during the live stream. If you did not vote on the poll yet, please go vote on the poll. So far, The Thing is winning. I actually just watched it the other day fully for the first time. I've seen scenes of John Carpenter's The Thing, but I have not seen the movie fully. But yeah, I'm surprised I haven't seen it before. Boozing it up tomorrow at the farmer's market. Hell no. I'm not a drinker. We went through this last week. I'm not that big of a drinker, honestly. I'll have like a couple. Sometimes I go a little crazy, but it's like once in a like blue moon type of thing. Can you be quiet out there? Ay. So yelling at the cat. You're yelling at the cat. But guys, answer some questions. I double voted for The Thing. What took you so long to watch it? I don't know. I don't own it. I actually did order it off of eBay, the DVD, for like cheap. Yes, I know Screen Factory released it. I just didn't want to pick it up right now, because it's like $26 everywhere. So I just got it for cheap on DVD, but yeah, I don't own it. He doesn't own it. But yeah, it's a good movie. I really liked it. Just vote. I wouldn't wish hobgoblins on my. Honestly, sometimes, I am gonna do some requests. Not all the requests, some requests for next poll. But usually when I'm voting or when I'm putting these movies on the poll, I'm kind of looking at the movies that I have not reviewed before, because there's a lot of movies that I have reviewed. And Hobgoblins is a movie that I do own. I obviously never reviewed it before. It's it's a shitty movie. Don't get me wrong, but I enjoyed it for the shittiness, I guess. And supposedly there's a sequel. It's on my list on Tubi. It came out in 2009. He's being good boys. He's sleeping. Yeah, the other cat's in here. East. What's up, dude? You don't own it? Well, too bad you didn't get it by mistake in the mail. Yeah, they gave me like the worst movies too. I don't even like how they fucked that up is beyond me, but it's gonna get fixed. They told me to discard the movies too. So, but yeah, I own The Thing from Another World, the original novel, The Thing art book, etc. I do want to see the original Thing from Another World, and I know there's that 2011 movie. I think I've seen like a little bit of that too, but yeah, I know it's surprising that I've not seen. It took me so long to watch John Carpenter's The Thing, because it is like a masterpiece. I think it's brilliantly done. The special effects are amazing. I just like one of my favorite. I'll talk more about it because it probably will win, because it's like it's definitely up there on the number one movie you guys want me to review. What's your favorite horror movies that center around cats? I think we have gone through this before. The cat, I don't even know what the cat's doing. He's like staring out in the living room. Probably The Black Cat, Lucio Fulci. I love that movie because the cat is literally murdering people. But I also really like the story from Tales from the Dark Side of the movie, Cat from Hell, because that cat also murders people, and I love that the cat crawls out of the guy's mouth. It's just hilariously like it's just hilarious. I love it. But those are like when I think of like any horror movies with cats, definitely those movies like that stuff. The original Thing is in Halloween 1978. Yes, it is. Also, it's in Rob Zombie's as well. Yes, it's also in Rob Zombie's. I think so. Yeah. Cat People is awesome. I have not seen Cat People, original or remake. I heard pretty good things about the remake. Malcolm Dowell, but yeah, I have not seen either of those. I know Scream Factory put out the remake. Maybe pick it up if it's cheap. The Uncanny is a pretty good cat movie. Also one that I've not seen. I don't know a whole lot of cat movies, but there's some cat movies that I know. But as the cat is still, what are you looking at out there, Miss? Come here. Psst, 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 psst. He's like, fuck you. GC cat people. Which one? Probably both, I would assume. Why did I even think about that? Sleepwalk, and of course the scene in Inferno, the cat scene. But sleepwalkers, I don't even know why I didn't, because they're literally like giant, like they're not cat creatures, but there's a lot of cats, and Clovis is a great sidekick. Sidekick hero, Clovis the cat. You say you love cats, but you need to see more of their movies. Yes, I do love cats, though, and more the dogs. But there's probably more killer dog movies than there's killer cat movies, I would assume. There's literally a movie called Dogs. I've not seen it, but I watched the Cinema Snob episode of Dogs. Sleepwalkers. I still need to pick up the Scream Factor of that as well. That was one that I've been wanting to pick up since it came out, and I just never got around to picking it up. But eventually I'll pick it up. It's probably just gonna take me a while. What the heck is a camera? What is that? What is that? What are you implying? Oh, you've been caught being sussy in Among Us. I played Among Us once, Jay. Once. But yeah. Oh man. Legs are cramping. But you can ask me more questions. It could be anything. Horror, non-horror. Preferably horror, but I do non-horror. Oh, and I was surprised that my video would be bitching about getting the wrong movies got as many views as it did in that short amount of time. I don't know how that happened, but and it got I got a lot of feedback on that as well. Craziness. But yeah, that was the first time that ever happened to me. Hopefully that's the last. I mean, it probably won't be the last, but it is what it is. Favorite horror, favorite foreign horror movie with subtitles. That's really hard. I can't really pick a favorite, but if I could go with like ones that I've watched recently with subtitles, which Inside. I don't know. That's I put that on the poll as well because I really, really like that movie. And I wish it wasn't so fucking expensive online. It's expensive. Like, fuck. This is a really good movie. Like, I actually really enjoyed that movie. I know they remade it. Not interested in that as well. Good night, Annie and everyone. I had some stomach problems last few days. See you next week. Feel better. Completely understand. I'm behind on my dog movies. The Pack Dogs, Monster Dog. That I actually have on my list on Tubi as well. But yeah, I don't know much about it. But yeah. What other YouTubers do you watch? I watch a bunch. I try to stick with like kind of the same ish things. Like I watch Cinema Snob, The Horror Geek. I watch a guy named Rob W. What's the other one? I'm trying to think. One that Hard Timelines is one that I watch. I watch reactors too. I kind of like watching like these reactors react to these horror movies for the first time. Another one, You Me in the Movies. I love their channel as well. It differs. Like, cause one day I could be like, oh, I want to watch like a reaction channel, or I want to watch like a review thing, or just like it differs on the day. She also watches The Horror Kid. Self-promoting, I see. Hi, from a fan of your channel from Northern Ireland. Wow. What's your favorite horror movie from the 70s? That's tough. I mean, I don't want to go obvious with Halloween, but I do really love Halloween. But that's such an obvious answer. Um, that's really hard. I'm trying to think because there's so many good horror movies from the 70s. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. Cause I would say like Halloween, because Halloween is a classic, but I don't want to be like that person that, oh, like, I love Halloween. I obviously I know other movies besides stuff like that, but I really like if I could pick like another movie from the 70s. It's a really hard one. I'm gonna go with something like Zombie. I don't know, because I really love Fulci. Fulci is like one of my favorite horror directors. Absolutely love Fulci. But besides Halloween, it's a hard one. Very, very hard. Oh, shit, y'all also watches a horror kid. Horror Geek is great. You see, yes, he does a lot of Italian horror, which is a plus for me. I don't know, there's something about that Italian horror that I really, really like. But yeah, I think it's cool that I get viewers from all around the world. I just think it's very interesting. I like that I'm kind of getting introduced from other countries. I don't know. I just like that. But thank you for joining, because this is definitely your first time on this live stream. This is usually a normal Friday night. I do a live stream for about an hour, just talk about horror, talk. You guys ask me some questions, and yeah, it's a fun time. It usually picks up like about now, but since you're new to the channel, if you did not vote on the poll yet, please do on under the community tab on my channel. I do a poll every week after my Monday reviews, because my Monday videos are reviews. My Thursday videos are usually like random like top fives, thoughts, unboxings. So it's supposed to be unboxing Thursday, stuff like that. But after my reviews on Monday, I post another poll, and I just put like 5 movies, and I let you guys vote on what you want me to review next. I usually take suggestions. But yeah, if you do not vote on it, please do. Yeah, he really got me in Italian horror. I've watched a lot of Italian horror before Horror Geek, but he got me into like movies I haven't watched before. Or like not watched before, but movies that kind of got me into more of it. Like movie like Paganini horror. I wanted to get that for the longest time. Then I watched his like review on Paganini horror, and it seems like a decent movie. I mean, I haven't watched it. I do have the 7 release, but do a Donnie D review. You know, you're not the only one to actually ask me that. Another YouTubers, that horror couple also asked me to review Donnie Darko. And I'm not gonna review Donnie Darko just because to me I don't count that as a horror movie, and I am strictly like horror on this channel, hence the name the 80s horror girl. I mean, I do obviously do more than just 80s horror. I do other eras and stuff like that, but I don't really consider Donnie Darko a horror film in my personal opinion. So I'm not gonna review that, but yeah. Excluding Halloween 3, if you could only own 3 Halloween movies, what would they be? Obviously the first one. Halloween 4 and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, because I like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, guys. have you seen The Living Dead from the Manchester Morgue? No, I have not. I'll probably after this live stream, I'll check it out on Tubi and put it on the list. I have a lot of movies on my list on Tubi. I really have to start going through that because every movie that I like take off the list because I watch it, I just keep adding more. So it's a long list. I reported John to the police for what he did to me. He's an asshole. Honestly, fuck him. Fuck him. He is an asshole. Like, just completely ignore him. That's a good one, Ricky. Yeah, I don't know if that is on Tubi, but it's worth a shot. But speaking of newish movies, even though we're not really talking about newish movies, there's a movie I really want to see. I don't know if you guys are interested in it at all, but the movie X, I think that looks like a pretty good movie. It takes place in the 70s, which is awesome. Kind of like the Grindhouse type era. But it looks actually really good, and I really want to see it so bad. But I'll probably have to wait till it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray. Tombs of the Blind Dead is another one worth your time. Isn't that part of the Blind Dead trilogy, is it? I know I've heard of like the Blind Dead before. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the same thing. I don't know. But I do like zombie movies. But Spanish, I think. Is it? It's a trilogy, right? Because they did like, what was it? It was like that Ghost Galleon and Night of the Seagulls. I think that's what I'm thinking of. So they're all like in that same like. I remember. I don't know who released it, but there was a box set. It was like in a coffin. It's like super not. I don't know how expensive it is now, but yeah. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Going to see X tomorrow. People are raving about it. I am jealous because I really want to see that movie. I'm glad it looks something like new. It's not like the same old shit that you see nowadays with the like woke John culture and stuff like that. Like, but this actually looks like a good movie, and Ty West has done other like decent movies as well. All right, I gotta go. Enjoyed it so far. See you, Jay. See you tomorrow. But yeah. Oh man, my neck. Sorry guys, my neck is like cramping. Ugh. Guys can ask me more questions. But I did watch a movie today. I ordered it a little like probably about a couple weeks ago off of deep discount. It's called 13 Fanboy, which is a horror movie where this guy is obsessed with a lot of the cast from like the Friday the 13th movies and Dee Wallace for some reason, and he's killing all these people from the movies off. And it's directed by Debbie Sue Voorhees, who is in Friday the 13th Part 5. You may know her as Tina. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Just directed by Tina from Friday the 13th Part 5. But it wasn't terrible. The pacing was a little slow at times, but it wasn't bad. That bad of a movie. I would recommend it if you're a fan of like the Friday the 13th movies because it's basically a guy just killing them all off. Are you a fan of The Lion King? I'm gonna be honest. I've not watched it. It's one of those movies I've not watched it in full. I've only watched I only watched like bits and pieces. Kind of like earlier I was talking about John Carpenter's The Thing. Actually watched that completely for the first time last week. Um it's kind of like a similar thing because before that I've only seen bits and pieces of that movie and I watched it. But no, I've not seen The Lion King in full. Only like bits and pieces and the music and stuff like that. Oh, whoops. That's cool. My YouTube friend, the Night Watch Zone, interviewed her. She was cool about 13 Fanboy, because I actually really enjoyed it. I was a little leery because I was reading like sometimes I do I watch movies anyways, even with like bad reviews, but like it was getting like bad reviews on IMDb. Um, but it like wasn't that bad. A lot of people are saying it was just boring. I didn't think it was like boring by any means. I think because I am a fan of the Friday 13th franchise, it's kind of funny seeing these people like getting killed and stalked and stuff. It's just like I don't know. I liked it. But it was weird though seeing like Dee Wallace just in the movie too. Like she was getting stalked and stuff. It's just like why Dee Wallace? Doctor Terror, Doctor Terror's House of Horrors is one of my favorites. I'm not familiar with that one. What are some of your favorite places online to buy your movies from? Probably Deep Discount. I know you have your problems with Deep Discount, but I order a lot off of that. Um, Pretty much I order most of my movies off of. Tried Hamilton a second time, and that happened. I'll probably try it again, but probably Deep Discount just because I'm constantly buying. And the thing is, I've only started like buying off of them back in like, November or October, November, something like that. So I haven't been like ordering from them that long, but I've ordered a shit ton of stuff from them um, in that short amount of time. Craziness. Even though, like I said, you have your issues with deep discounts, but I've never had an issue with them other than them packing 3 movies in like this small thing that they ship their movies in. Like, got to head out early tonight. Good night. See you later. What? Oh man, it's already 8:30. Jesus, where did the time go, guys? I don't know if you guys can hear me. I feel like I'm mumbling, but it might just be me. I don't know. I just feel like I'm mumbling right now. But let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Oh, another movie that I've not watched yet that I pre-ordered was Alligator 2. I haven't watched that yet. Man, I'm losing viewers, guys. What's everybody watching tonight? After this, I'm probably just gonna lay down, watch some YouTube, and then call it a night. Because I'm kind of tired. But man, I wonder where everyone is tonight. Usually it's a little more lively, but shit happens. Damn, everyone's dropping. Holy shit. I got 2 people. Oh, now I got 4. That was craziness. Well, I get it. People people have lives, and it's a Friday night. Sometimes people like to go out. They like to go to a bar or something. They like to basically unwind after a work week. I don't blame them. I just like to do it Friday nights because it's the easiest time for me to do it. What's the most you spent on a single movie pickup? Like just one movie? One movie? What's the most you spent on a single movie pickup? Probably the most. I think that's what you're probably referring to. The most I spent on a single movie was Scorpion. This is the only thing that I can think of on the top of my head. Oh yeah, one. The Scorpion release of Opera, the 3-disc collector's edition. It comes with a slip. I spent like $50 on it, and that was on I think it was on their website too. I'm pretty sure it was on either their website or Diabolic DVD, but I'm pretty sure it was from their website. And I'm glad that I got it though, because it's a lot more expensive now. Because they don't have it in stock anymore. So I'm kind of glad I got it because it's my favorite Argento film. I had the regular Blue Underground DVD release of it. I had to upgrade because, like I said, it's my favorite Argento film. I had to. I love Opera. Great movie. Everyone talks about Suspiria and like Tenebrae and shit like that. I mean, Tenebrae is good too, but to me, Opera is my favorite, my number one. Even though, yeah, Ronin Flex. Was it Ronin Flex or was it Scorpion releasing? I could have sworn it was Scorpion releasing. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I'm getting my fucking companies mixed up apparently. There are some of them are all like similar too. They all feel like it's like the same stuff. That's my bad. But yeah, that release probably the most money I spent on a movie. Freaking nuts. I mean, it is a 3-disc special collector's edition. It does come with a nice poster that I don't have up yet. Probably get a frame for it at some point once we move out of this apartment. When I get a bigger place, I have a bunch of posters that we don't even have up yet because no room. Like a lot of Scream Factory posters. We have the Friday 13th, the ones that came with the box set. They're pretty cool. We can't even put up right now. I spent $40 on the Mondo Macabre Bro Red Case edition of Satanico Pandemonium. I don't even know if I'm saying the same. Yeah, Satanico. I guess I used Pandemonium. I hated to do it. I'm a cheap ass. I'm pretty cheap too. Maybe like a couple of years ago, I would like just go crazy. Like I didn't care about prices, but now I'm like, do I want to spend that much or do I wait? That's why I wanted House on the Edge of the Park. Yes, it was not the 7 release of House on the Edge of the Park. It was the Code Red, but it was cheap. It was $10 brand new, and I got fucked out of that. Fucked out of it. That's the only reason I even ordered off of them. I got the other movie too because it was $5. If you're curious as to what the other movie is and you didn't see my yesterday's video, it was Contamination Point 7, which is also called The Crawlers. It's an Italian movie. That's the only reason I got it. And it, like I said, $5, and it is a Scream Factory. And supposedly it is out at release is out of print, but it's like not expensive out of print type of thing, like all their other releases are. But yeah, I wanted my House in the Edge of the Park. because I actually really like that movie. I like Ruggero Deodato, even though like his films are very controversial to say the least. Ronan Flix did the release of opera with Scorpion. They did the slip and everything, just like they did the Church, which is also great. Yeah, I just had the standard Blu-ray of the Church because I also got that off a deep discount. One of the many purchases from them. I do love the Church, so that is a pretty good movie. Another Mikao Suave film I like is Stage Fright, one of his first. And one that I actually didn't really like that much was Cemetery Man. I don't know, I just didn't really like that movie the first time I watched it. I probably should give it another rewatch, but I just wasn't a big fan. Ugh. But ask me some more questions. Everyone's heading out, it looks like. With Argento, I feel like nobody talks about Tenebrae at all. It's like Suspiria and Phenomena. See, I don't hear much about. I mean, now with like all these like 4K releases and stuff of Phenomena, I feel I kind of agree with you with that there. Tenebrae is a really good film. Funny thing, I remember many years ago, not many, like maybe like a couple. I was at my mom's and I put my shutter through her TV, and we were we were trying to figure out what to watch, and we decided to watch Tenebrae. That was the first time I ever watched it. Was on Shutter, and I remember my niece and nephew were coming over, and it was almost over, and I was like, let's just finish this, and they come in, and it's at the part where the woman at the end, she gets her hand chopped off and the blood's like spraying everywhere. And my niece is like mortified. She's at the time she was only like 4 or 5, like super young. And then my nephew is younger than her, is like all like just standing there watching it. It's just like, oh my god, I'm scarring this child. But I wanted to finish it. It was almost over. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. A funny story to share with you guys. See, I've never been like bothered by horror. I mean, other than when I was younger, I hated the twins from The Shining. I just always thought they were creepy. Um, but like I watched The Exorcist at like 5. Stuff like that just never really bothered me that much. But any more questions? Oh, not Argento, but on the topic of Italian horror, if you are a fan of Fulci and you have not seen it, watch it. Cat in the Brain, um, really good horror comedy. Yes, horror comedy. It's mostly horror, but is some funny stuff in it. But that is such an underrated Fulci film. Personally, I think it's very underrated now watching it. Um, I never hear anybody talk about Cat in the Brain. And I like these underrated like films, especially Fulci. Like I like Enigma. Like you don't hear anybody really talk about Enigma. Um, I just but Cat in the Brain is a very underrated Fulci film for sure. I hope this whole Hamilton thing doesn't sour you to the company. It's literally the only company that I've never had issues with. Probably bought hundreds of titles from them, great prices. Yeah, their prices are really good. I probably will still order from them. I'm glad that they are willing to partial refund my order because of not having House on the Edge of the Park in stock now. Which is a shame, like I said, because it was $10. Like that's a steal. But at least I'm getting the money back from that. I'm still getting the other movie. But I'll probably still order from them. I'll wait till I get my other order in. But yeah, their prices are really cheap. Like that's nuts for a movie like that. Still need to check out Cat in the Brain on Tubi. Probably grab the Grindhouse release. Yeah, definitely pick it up because personally, it's a really good movie. And I was a little leery at first, but I had to pick up the Blu-ray because it's Grindhouse releasing. I don't have that many Grindhouse releasing. I only have 5. I have 5 of them. I have The Beyond, Cat in the Brain, Pieces, Cannibal Holocaust, and Cannibal Ferox. But I feel like they should come out with more stuff. Grindhouse releasing more horror stuff because I really like their like the artwork and stuff. And then it's like bulky too. I don't know, I like the bulky stuff. But definitely watch Cat in the Brain on Tubi. The funny thing is, I had that on my watch list like way before I ordered the Blu-ray, and that was a blind buy because I did not watch Cat in the Brain before buying the Blu-ray. But that's pretty much me with the majority of my movies. I buy stuff and then I just end up taking forever to watch them. We're actually thinking of, well, I'm gonna order it at some point, but another bookshelf for movies because we have a lot. Like a lot. I've done videos before. We have stuff in here, not as many, but we have stuff in here. We have 3 like bookshelves out there. We have stuff in the closet, just craziness. Grindhouse release news came out with a new release called Death Game. I actually did not know that. I don't know if you guys have actually seen it too. I got it from, I forget where I got it from, but it's a bobblehead from the Beyond. It's a Jill bobblehead, and if you're familiar with Jill, the redhead with the pigtails, it has magnetic face, and when you can take when you take the face off, it's like a normal face, but when you take it off, it's her head all blown up from the scene in the Beyond. I don't think I've ever showed that in the video, but definitely I'll show it next Thursday's video because I'm thinking of like Grindhouse releasing, and it's just a great bobblehead. Death Game was remade in the mid 2000s. Movie called Knock Knock. Oh, the movie with Keanu Reeves. That's what I'm thinking of when I hear the movie Knock Knock. Like the movie who Eli Roth. Is that Knock Knock? Yeah, okay. I figured it was him. I haven't seen it. I just know about it from the scene with his head in the ground. There's like memes going around of that. That's the only thing that I know about Knock Knock, and that his wife at the time was in Knock Knock. She's also in The Green Inferno. She's the main character in that movie, which is a good movie as well. If you're a fan of like the cannibal movies from like the 70s and the 80s, Green Inferno is definitely a like love letter to those movies. With comedy mixed in because it is Eli Roth, but it's still a good movie. And I remember seeing that we like hardly any theaters had that movie out in their theater. Like I had to like go. We had one other person. We had to go like an hour away or something like that. It was craziness. And that movie took forever to come out too. It's considered to actually be better than the original, actually by most people. I would agree. Eli Roth movies to me are like a hit or miss. I don't. I seen the first Hostel and did not like it. I don't like those movies. But I like Cabin Fever, even though it was a little bit silly. Um, I like Green Inferno, but like his stuff is very hit or miss. I really like the Green Inferno. I got the Screen Factory at the set from Hamilton for $12, really. Because I did not get mine for $12, and it doesn't have the slip. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a nice looking Screen Factory, too. Like, really nice. Damn. I guess everyone must be busy this Friday, honestly. And it happens. Sometimes people, some Fridays are better than others. I've had not so good Friday live streams. There's only like a couple people. But it happens. It happens. But I I always get happy though when I get like a Screen Factory and it has the slip, because I know eventually it'll probably go out of print, and with the slip it's way more. I'm not saying I would ever sell my movies, but they do. A lot of people want those slips. You want to see the invoice, hello. Would that make you feel better? I That's a good release though. I actually did not watch it, but I love Screen Factory artwork like a lot. I don't even think Hamilton even knows what the fuck a slipcover is. Probably not. I hear a car like honking out there. Um, Slipper, where it's at. Just saying. And then Arrow releases with slips. Those are even that. Those are hard to come by too. Those are even more rare than freaking um, Screen Factories, honestly. I know with Screen Factories, it's like the first couple months they usually like release them with the slipcovers, and then they just like run out of the slipcovers. I think that's usually how that works, because like I remember when the Blob came out on the Screen Factory, the Blob, and I ordered off Amazon, but I ordered it like 2 months after, and it still had the slip. So all the like it's like after a couple months they just don't release the slip anymore. It's almost impossible to get arrow slips. Yeah, I only have like two, I think. Two or three. I have three or four. Because some of them I like pre-ordered, like the Killer Clowns release, Alice Sweet Alice I pre-ordered, because that was one that I was like hunting for on Blu-ray for the longest time. Um, I'm glad that I own that, because that is such a great movie. To me, that feels like a kind of like their attempt. Cat's like cleaning himself in the back. It's kind of like their attempt to make like an Italian like giallo movie, which works. That's what it feels like to me. Alice, Sweet Alice, very good movie. Arrow, most of the flips never make it over here. Yeah, it's weird. What do you guys have going on this weekend? We're actually doing a little bit running around tomorrow, just like here, there, and everywhere. Just going to Second and Charles, see if they have something, which they probably won't. Just do a little bit of running around. And Sunday we have to go up to my family. Hey. And spend some money on gas, because gas is expensive now. Ugh. But it looks like it's just you and the live stream, Brad. Really liked Alice Sweet Alice too. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, that's a great movie. I forget when I first saw, like, where I saw that. It might have been on YouTube. It's like way back in the day. You could just watch like movies in like pretty good quality on YouTube. I mean, you still can sometimes, But like that's where I first watched Sleepaway Camp. Randomly too. Like I've heard of it, like here, like around before, but never like watched it. And I loved it. Another one is Demons. I watched that on YouTube. Um, One of my favorite horror films of all time. Actually, like I really like Demons. And that's my favorite Italian horror film. If people ask me what my favorite Italian horror film is, Demons. Because I love the soundtrack, love the premise, just love everything about it. But yeah, man, I believe it's like almost 9 o'clock already. What do you consider the best deal you ever got on PM? I know you just grabbed Deadly Games 4K with Slip, cheap as shit. Yes, I actually got that. That I definitely got lucky with. I didn't even know. Obviously I know about the movie, but I definitely got lucky with that. Because after going on, I was like, holy shit! Like, it actually is like pretty. Like it's like it's out of print. Um, Probably physical media. Um, and this was just like I saw in Carolina. It was something that I wanted to pick up when I first heard about it through Arrow, and that was Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge. Just because, um, I've never heard of it before, but I saw the artwork and I thought it was awesome. And when I went to the store when I saw it, I'm like, I have to pick it up. I'm glad I picked it up shortly after it did go out of print. I don't know if it came back in print, but like shortly after that, it went out of print and people were asking like stupid ass prices and just craziness. But probably like that. Demon's a great movie. Yes, and the second one. Second one, not as much. But I will say the one thing that the second one has going for it is better special effects. Um, but the better movie to me is the first Demons. That is way better than the second one. Even though like it's pretty much the same premise, but instead of a movie theater, it is an apartment complex area. I got the Demons 1 and 2 4K double pack from Synapse. Great release. Comes with the gold movie ticket and poster inside. That is awesome. I do not have a 4K player, so there's really no point in me getting it. Only reason I got Deadly Games was because it does have the Blu-ray as well. But yeah, I wish I got the Demons 1 and 2 4K double pack because that gold movie ticket is awesome. The Metropole. Great movie. I absolutely love that. What's wrong, buddy? What's wrong? He's like staring at the camera. But I'm gonna get a couple more questions in because it is getting closer to that time of the night. I'm gonna say it again, even though there's only 30 people in this live stream. If you did not go vote on the poll yet, please do. That will stay open till tomorrow night. But please go vote on it. So far the thing is winning, but it may change. You never know. I have a movie coming in called The Lost Matinee. It's a modern giallo, takes place in a movie theater. Seen it or heard of it? No and no. But it does sound pretty awesome because I like any like horror movie that's set in a movie theater. I just love the movie theaters, malls and movie theaters for horror movie settings. I think are just great. There's a movie, or there's a movie that takes place in a movie theater called Popcorn. Um, that's a good movie. Synapse came out with a Blu-ray of that. That takes place in a movie theater. That's a fun, like cheesy early '90s horror movie. But yeah, I also have that release as well, or that Blu-ray as well. Favorite horror movie in a mall. I'm not gonna go Dawn of the Dead because honestly, Day of the Dead is way better than Dawn of the Dead. There, I said it. Favorite horror movie in a mall. One that nobody ever talks about, and first time watching it, I really loved the look of the mall in this movie. The Initiation from 1984. Yes, Chopping Mall is another good one. I see somebody said Chopping Mall, but I really love the look of the mall and the Initiation. That's such an underrated slasher film. Like it, Arrow did release it. See, Arrow's cool. They release like these like 80s horror films that maybe not everybody will has heard of before. But yeah, that's probably my favorite horror movie set in a mall. Even though it doesn't start out in a mall, but it's the finale and stuff is in a mall. Alice Sweet Alice holds up very well, way better than average. Damn right. Still haven't seen Popcorn. Keep hearing about it. Need to check it out. It's a good movie. Not my favorite, but it's still a worth a watch and a pickup. Honestly. Chopping Mall, Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge, Night of the Comet. That's another good one. I did just talk about Phantom of the Mall as well. Has a mall in the Surviving Girl from Chopping Mall. Kelly Maroney. Yep. I know that. Kind of funny that Kelly Maroney is in 2 movies that kind of have mall settings. I like the Dawn of the Dead remake a lot. Yes. I like the setting of that, like that mall, way better than the original. See, don't get me wrong. I like the original Dawn of the Dead, but everyone always like praises that and like praises the Night of the Living Dead, but you don't hear like hardly anybody praise Day of the Dead. And to me, Day of the Dead is way better than those two, by far. Better special effects, better setting, way darker. I just like Tom Savini did an amazing job with the gore in that movie. Um, I just love Day of the Dead. That's like probably like my favorite zombie film. Just absolutely love it. To me, it's an underrated Romero film because Night of the Living Dead, like Dawn of the Dead, Creepshow, and stuff like that. I like Day of the Dead. That's the best of the Dead trilogy in my personal opinion. I'm going off on like a tangent here. We're talking about malls, now I'm talking about Day of the Dead. But if you guys want to ask me more questions before I end it, because if you're new to the live stream, I do it for about an hour. I start at 8 o'clock, end at 9, type of thing. So if you're joining late, you can join next week. Next week, it's the same time every week, 8 o'clock p.m. I know different time zones and stuff like that, but it's 8 o'clock where I am, so it's obviously going to be different if you're in a different time zone. But yeah, join next week. It'll be fun. I'll talk more. I'll schedule it beginning of the week. Talk more about it in my videos, stuff like that, so you guys are prepared for the live stream. Day of the Dead is my favorite zombie movie of the 80s. Yeah, and there's so many great zombie films of the 80s too, like 1985, because you have that and Return of the Living Dead. That's another great movie as well. Love Day of the Dead. Dude, choke on it. I love Rhodes, even though he's such a dick. What 80s horror movie can you watch a lot and never get bored of? All-time favorite horror movie of mine. You're probably new to the channel because your name does not sound familiar. That's okay. But I've said this in so many of my videos. My favorite horror film of all time is Sleepaway Camp. Yes, such a weird movie to have as my favorite horror film. That is a movie that I can watch so much of and just never get tired of. The acting is pretty shitty, I'm not gonna lie, but I love that movie so much. It's a favorite of mine. It's a movie that I like can never get tired of. I've met Felissa Rose twice, who plays Angela in that film, and such a nice person. Love the setting. Like I said, even though it's very cheesy, and there's so many shorts in that film, and not from the girls either, from the guys. So many shorts. But yeah, it is 9 o'clock, so that means I'm gonna end this live stream. Like I said, you can join next week. I'll talk more about it in my videos on Monday and Thursday. Before I go vote on the poll quickly if you have not. On my community tab on my channel, the poll will stay open until tomorrow night. But join me next week at 8 p.m. But in the meantime, I will see you guys on Monday, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.